Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. My name's Chris, and tonight I'm talking about another Scott Jeffries classic, which is, of course, The Mutation, which is a new movie from him. He releases a movie about every 4 days, so by the time this video comes out, he'll have 2 or 3 more movies out probably this week, so no one will have remembered this one. But anyways, I digress. The Mutation is about a giant mutated rat man thing that gets made in somebody's homemade lab and then unleashed in the city, and only one man can stop it, and that is, of course, the zoologist that the cops bring in to help solve this murder, which is a kind of a weird premise. And then some hijinks ensue, some perhaps weird relationships with a widow and a zoologist, and that's a very important and major point of the movie, is this blooming relationship. I'm all for old people love, as I've said many times in this show. Anyways, Scott Jeffries, like I said, he makes a lot of movies. The dude works. These movies are clearly made quickly, to be turned around quickly because they want to make a profit off them, so they're low budget. But, as I've commented, if you've seen any of my other reviews of his, they generally have decent production values, especially for stuff that's churned out this quickly, and sometimes some decent acting. Megan Purvis is somebody who's in a lot of his movies, and she shows back up in this to be slapping some rat around, which is a weird thing to say. This movie suffers from a lot of what Scott Jeffries' movies suffer from, which is long-winded drama sequences in a really cheesy premise. So it's like battling against itself. It's like this movie is set up with a really cheesy premise in mind. It shows you this giant rat man that's fun looking, but then it drops into like drama a lot of times, and you're like, why? It's not what I'm here for. Now, that being said, this movie has more of the cheesy fun than a lot of his other movies have. There's some really fun sequences in this movie, some really ridiculousness, yet a lot of times it feels like it's carrying its serious tone. And so I'm unsure if whether it's intentionally campy or unintentional, but either way, I like those moments. This movie has some decent production value. Again, lots of locations for this one, some that are really cool. The lighting is always dramatic and a bit over the top, but kind of fun. And the camera work is decent and framed nicely. The Rat Man is very much that. It's a man in a suit, and it shows like a man in a suit, and it moves like a man in a suit, and so it doesn't really work for the effect of like this serious rat creature. It's silly, and it turns out like a lot of times they're just the rat like slap fighting people because of the rubbery nature of its arms and shit like that, and its claws. But it's fun. It looks fun. It looks cool. I think the weirdest thing is just the premise in general of like this zoologist being so invested into everything, and then this widow who's like hot for the zoologist. But it's weird because like her husband just died and she doesn't give a shit about that. I mean, I guess if a zoologist shows up at your door, you're gonna be like, I mean, like, how often does that happen though? So I'm kind of with her. If the zoologist shows up, I'll probably be like all over that or something. The end is a pretty good payoff with some really ridiculous, fun CGI effects that are cheap, but again, it lands more on the campy side, so I'm okay with it. This isn't a bad outing. It's kind of boring for a lot of it, but when the monster shows up, there's generally some decent, fun payoffs in a very low-budget sense. So, I don't know. You could do worse. This is one of Scott Jeffries' better movies, but like I said, by the time this video comes out, he'll probably be on Mutation number 5 or something. Like, he probably just made Mutation 6 in the time that I spent filming this video. So who knows? Anyways, it's out now. If you've seen it, let me know what you think. And if not, I'll catch you here next time, guys. Goodbye. Hey guys, it's Chris. I know some of you already have a heads up over the others because you've already liked the video and subscribed to the channel. To me, it's like a no-brainer. Like, why wouldn't you do that? So like the video, subscribe to the channel, helps us out. Catch you here later, guys. Goodbye.